Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to the course. And I am adjusting. Adjusting. Sorry, if that was too. I don't think it's too low now. Nothing is showing. So yeah. I just wanted to make sure that it's really probably the right height and stuff. Okay, great. Okay, great. So hi, once again, welcome back. This section of Law of Attraction for business and life is going to be relationships. We're talking about relationships today, specifically romantic relationships. And by extension, I might kind of talk about other topics as well, peripheral topics, specifically self-love. Of course, how am I going to talk about romantic relationships without talking about self-love as well? But but this is self-love is a journey, and this is about manifesting the partner that you want, okay? And so again, as I would usually do, just for those of you who don't know what the law of attraction is, for instance, who might be watching this video separately, the law of attraction basically says that like attracts like, that is like vibration attracts like vibration. And so when we talk about vibration, high vibration tends to refer to, positive thoughts, positive things. Um, yeah, positive mindset in general, and low vibration tends to be about negative thoughts and things. And so, or things that we typically judge as, you know, uh, positive or negative, and, respectively. So high vibration tends to refer to positive thoughts and energy. Uh, I prefer to say positive thoughts and things, and low vibration tends to refer to negative thoughts and things. So, when we say the law of attraction means like attracts like, it means positive thoughts tend to attract positive things, and negative thoughts tend to attract negative things, or high vibrations tend to attract, um, high vibrations, and low vibrations tend to attract low vibrations. Okay. So those are different ways of saying the same thing. And so, um, you could pick the definition that resonates most for you. So, and also whenever for instance, I'm in a one-to-one call, I usually just start it. Let me do a quick time check here. I start it by saying, talking about the manifestation equation. What the manifestation equation is, it's basically a summary of the process of manifestation using the law of attraction. Okay, manifestation meaning to make things real, to attract things into your life that you want, to make thoughts into things, basically. So you want to manifest your ideal romantic relationship, you have an idea of the ideal partner that you want and the characteristics of that partner, and then you manifest that partner into your life using the law of attraction. And so um or manifestation, sometimes those are used interchangeably as well, and those terms are used interchangeably as well sometimes. And so the manifestation equation, and I encourage you guys to get a pen, a piece of paper, or a pen in your notebook, or to just keep it in your mind, and watch over this video as many times as needed, um, or as many times as you feel led to, because some of us don't need a pen and a piece of paper, to be quite frank. So yeah, but yeah, I encourage you to focus on this part, pay special attention to this part. And so the manifestation equation is the following. It is clarity plus alignment plus action is equal to manifestation. And I'll say that again. That's clarity plus alignment plus action is equal to your manifestation. And so, and I'll go through each part of the manifestation equation. Clarity means the clearer you are on what you want, the better able you are to help yourself get it, right? Because you know what you want. And the better able God, angels, universe, or whatever you choose to believe in is to help you get it, right? And so that's clarity. Alignment refers to your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions, and lining those up with your manifestation. So you want a high vibration, you want to think positively, you want to have positive beliefs, and you want to have positive emotions as it, in general, generalizing helps, but also specifically as it refers to your manifestation and believing that it can happen, right? And so that's clarity plus alignment plus action is equal to manifestation. Okay. And so in the context of relationships, you know, um, the process, is going to be the following. And pen and piece of paper, notebook and pen, or, pay special attention to this part. Um, but what I would encourage you to do is to get really clear on what you want in a partner. Um, mind, body, spirit, basically. And the kind of relationship that you want to have in general, you know, the characteristics of that relationship, the characteristics of the partner, the characteristics of the relationship. Um, and I encourage you to write down at least 10 characteristics. Um, probably more. I would say maybe 20 characteristics of just exactly what you would like in the partner. Now, this really helps you, like, when you get to the action part of it, to really, that you're able to, based on what you know and that you've established clearly in your head that you want, know who's going to work for you and who's not going to work for you, right? So as you're like going through the dating app or that kind of thing, it really helps to inform your decision and narrow things down. Okay, so the action part of it, actually, to kind of go back to the equation, you live both in a, because I didn't just explain or like break down the action portion. So action is, important, or it can be helpful. Um, because either way actions are going to occur. We live both. Okay, so let me break it down. The action portion, because it's clarity plus alignment plus action is equal to your manifestation, okay? So we live both in a physical and non-physical universe, or a non-physical and physical universe. Physical and non-physical universe, basically. And so we do need to take those physical actions in order to get what we want. If we want to win the lottery, you gotta buy that lottery ticket, right? Um, and a lot of people would argue that, a lot of the time, if you not a lot, how do I want to say this? The action portion um isn't necessarily always necessary when it comes to manifestation, but I find, it tends to help manifestations come about that much faster, right? If you take responsibility for the actions that are occurring around you in order to play your part in manifesting what you want, right? And so yeah, I find it tends to manifest that much faster once you do that. Once you take, certain actions as you feel inspired to, as you feel led to, actions that, um, like if you want to win the lottery, buying that lottery ticket, right? So, again, back to clarity, writing the list, I recommend, 10 to 20 characteristics of both the actual person that you want to manifest and characteristics of the relationship. So, things like you might want them to, like, how do I want to say this? Yes, emotional characteristics such as kindness, are probably going to be popular, kind and compassionate, but also physical characteristics, like, do you want them to be taller than you? Do you want them to be shorter than you? The former is probably gonna be more popular with women, the latter is probably gonna be more popular with men wanting a shorter partner than them. Um, do you want them to have long hair? Do you want them to well, the hair, either way hair can grow out, but, um, like, the physical characteristics that you're attracted to and the emotional characteristics, the spiritual characteristics, like, do they have a spiritual life, that kind of thing, but also things like the actual relationship of itself, like, you have good banter, you have similar values, you have, you know, personalities that are compatible. You feel really joyful with this person, and this person feels really joyful with you. Things like that in the relationship. Um, that has good characteristics for longevity. This person would be a really good, has really good maternal or paternal or maternal instincts, right? If children is something that you want in the future. And this person wants children like me, or this person doesn't want children like me. It all depends on what you want. So once you have that list, then you're able to better narrow down what you're looking for, just even on a practical level, um, as well. So yes, that's a list of characteristics. I find this list is an important list, obviously, but some people want to like manifest a specific person, and I think that that's okay too. Um, but I recommend that the manifestation is according to, something that's according to your value system. And how I do it is that, you know, do as you would like to be done by, treat other people as how you would like to be treated. And so I like to more manifest based on characteristics, more so than an actual person. That's just my preference. So yeah, so whoever has those characteristics is, you know, and there are many people in the world, so whoever has those characteristics are, attracted to me. I'm attracted to them, etc., etc. But trying to manifest a specific person, like an actual person that already exists, that may or may not have said, that they want you, or may or may not be, I find that that's not my preference in how I want to manifest. That, like, for me, like, again, for me it's like treat other people how you would like to be treated. That's what I resonate with. And you know that's how I like to do things. That's how I like things to be done. Let's just put it like that. So um I don't think I would like it if somebody was like purposely manifesting me that I didn't necessarily like or was interested in. Um, so I wouldn't do that to somebody else, right? So I would just put it out there that, okay, so I want somebody with these characteristics, and there are many different people in the world, so there are many different people in the world that share similar characteristics. And yeah, I want somebody like that who's genuinely attracted to me. I want us to be brought together, basically, in a joyful and easeful way. I think that that also helps to say, or helps to intend, and helps to get clear on the way you want your manifestations to manifest. So I like to specify in a way that's joyful and easeful for both me, or with joy and ease for both me, only, joy and ease, and that's purely joyful and easeful for me, and whoever else is involved, basically. And so, that part, it has to do with clarity, and the characteristics and that kind of thing. Um, and what else? Did I want to say anything else on this? Yeah, so that's the first part of getting clear. One thing I do want to say is, according to Marissa Peer, and something that I have found true as well, is a successful relationship tends to have three things, and that is uh sexual chemistry, best friend chemistry, and mutual admiration and respect. Let me list those differently because I prefer the best friend chemistry first. So best friend chemistry, sexual chemistry, and mutual admiration and respect. Okay. And so I encourage you guys to, when you're looking for a relationship, to also keep those things in mind, right? And it's certainly something that I keep in mind at the forefront many times. Best friend chemistry, sexual chemistry, and mutual admiration and respect. Those are the three things that I tend to look for and prioritize, and make sure that all those three things are present, before I decide to move forward with a person. And sometimes, you do need to get to know a person a bit more before establishing those things. But once you know yourself and have started that self-love journey, to accepting yourself and knowing yourself, part of that's knowing yourself, um, that you're able to accepting yourself and knowing yourself. That sorry, some I heard noise outside and that distracted me. But anyway, as I said, I'm doing these videos organically, okay? I think that's the most effective way, and the way that I feel led to do them right now, okay? So, okay, so you're getting clear on the characteristics, you're looking out for that best friend chemistry, sexual chemistry, mutual admiration and respect. And you know yourself, or you have, especially if you're on the self-love journey, you've got to know yourself quite a bit. And so you have an idea of what you would be attracted to, and what, even early on, like even on the first date, like I'm not gonna label them red or green flags or green or red flags. I'm just gonna say you have an idea of what you tend to respect and what you tend to not respect, okay? And one thing I do want to mention is it's so important to not judge yourself for liking what you like, whether it be mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, okay? Everybody has preferences. I'm not saying to hate the person who doesn't have what you want. I think, we should wish everybody all the best, in all of their endeavors, but it's so important to say, okay, well, I don't think that's for me romantically. I don't think that's what I'm looking for or attracted to romantically, and let that be okay, you know? And I'm not saying to mislead anybody either. You could be upfront with what your preferences are, I think that it's really good to be upfront with what your preferences are, you know, and do that in a respectful and a happy and a joyful way, and using respectful, happy, joyful timing in how you say and um what you say and how you say it. Um, but it's so important not to judge ourselves for our preferences. It's so important to be unapologetic about our preferences. We're not saying we hate everybody else we don't prefer romantically or aren't attracted to romantically. Because again, I like to wish them all the best, and recommend that. Oh, should I say recommend? I think that anybody that follows me is good and kind, right? And all of that. So yeah, we wish them all the best, but it's just what we like is what we like. And for long-term happiness for both ourself and the other person, it's so important to not feel guilty about liking what we like, and to be unapologetic. about liking what we like. Once everything is happy and good and between two consenting adults and legal and all of that and moral and ethical and all of these things and on the up and up, um once it's not hurting anyone or disrupting anyone's life in any significant way, it's our preferences are our preferences. And so yeah, I wanted to say that as well. So when it comes to alignment, affirmations are very important. Um, and I think I'm gonna use this time. How am I gonna say this? Probably gonna go back. Okay. So, affirmations are important, or rather are helpful in order to manifest what we want. And contrary to popular belief, you don't always have to believe them or strive to believe them right away. It just has to do with um it just has to do with repetition. And as you repeat it, that's what fills your mind. That's then what you begin to focus on. Another way to state the law of attraction is what you focus on expands. Okay. And so when you say your affirmations repetitively, say something that's recommended is saying 10 affirmations in the morning of the things you want to manifest in your life, 10 affirmations at midday, and 10 affirmations in the evening. Okay. Um, and repeating those for say like 3 times and focusing on those. And then, the action, when it comes to actions, knowing, doing what you feel led, what you feel inspired to do, what makes you feel happy to do, but also what resonates with you to do. Like you might say, okay, like if you want to win the lottery, buy that, probably buy a lottery ticket, right? So probably get on a dating site or, go out, um, and meet people, expand your social circle, that kind of thing. And I do want to come back to affirmations and all of that. But what I do want to say is I want to use this time right now to, if you, or how should I say? It's to give you the a method that I find works for relationships, but also for other things as well. I gave it in the business portion, and I'd like to go through that technique now. And it's a technique that, in my experience, like I find it's a combination of different techniques that I've learned, and it's a technique that I find has given me really good results. And so that technique is basically a hybrid of the 68 seconds process and some Neville Goddard concepts as well. So 68 seconds process is a process by Abraham Hicks, um, who's the law of attraction teacher. And Abraham Hicks, they have several processes, um, but several manifestation processes. But this is the one that I find that I've gotten, or rather, the hybrid that includes this technique is the one that I get a lot of really great quick results from. And I'm thinking of like calling it the Alana Myers instant manifestation method. I'm thinking of calling it that, but yeah. And instant, I use the term relatively loosely because yeah, I have seen results like really quick. Like a lot of the times I see results or at least movement, as they say, driftwood, or indications that it's in the process of coming about. Um, Usually I see either results or the driftwood within the same day when I use this technique. But you know, um, depending on the manifestation of the person, different manifestations that to come about at varying times or different times, so yeah, so that's why I say use the term instant loosely. But yeah, so I'm still thinking about that. But it does include concepts from different people. And so whether or not I could like solely put it under my name, I'm unsure about as well. But isn't that how any um process is named? And also these people are abundant, like they don't care. Like abundant meaning there's more than enough to go around, like having that kind of mindset, right? Like not worried about competition. "Ooh, that's mine. And if you don't, you know, if you use it, then it wouldn't be mine and I'll never think again and all that." No, like there's an abundance of everything, you know. There's more ideas where that came from. Though that's an abundance mindset that attracts more abundant things rather than a scarcity mindset. Believing that there's more than enough to go around and attracts more than enough things and not necessarily having that competitive scarcity mindset, um, which it tends to be lower vibration, right? So yeah, these people tend to be high vibration. But anyway, so the 60 seconds process basically says hold positive thoughts about what you want to manifest for 68 seconds. And that helps it to manifest, right? And so or brings about your manifestation, is a manifestation technique to bring about your manifestation. So what I do is for 68 seconds to 2 minutes because I find it's easier to just estimate 2 minutes on your clock. Um, like if you just want to like do it quickly. And I recommend it for like should I say because when you're in a business, there are incremental goals that you want to manifest. But this is manifesting one person, right? So yeah, either this can help you, or I've used it to manifest people in my life. And you know, um I have manifested relationships using this or something similar. This particular manifestation process is relatively new. I discovered it probably within the last just couple months or so, this particular process. Um And so, yeah, so I've used it to manifest people before, and I'm still personally getting clear on figuring out what exactly I want in a partner. So I haven't manifested my partner as yet. That's something that I have to make decisions on for clarity, but I have manifested people using similar techniques in the past. I'm gonna say that, or I'm gonna put it that way. So this technique involves 68 seconds or timing for 2 minutes on your clock and getting and saying affirmations. I recommend probably 3 to 7 affirmations, like said in a loop for 2 minutes and feeling really excited in your emotions. And again, even if you don't believe it right away, I find I didn't have to believe it, even necessarily fully believe it at all, but I have manifested things in my life using this technique. And again, people using a similar technique. Again, this technique is relatively new, and or at least new to me. And I would say it's new though, because yeah, it's a very specific combination of different things and or different techniques and concepts and or concepts. But and I'm still getting clear on who I want. So it's not necessarily that I have used it to manifest exactly who I want as yet. Um, but I have used it to manifest other things. So 68 seconds to 2 minutes, you're saying affirmations and you're saying it in such a way, saying these affirmations in such a way that it has already, or the person has already manifested. Saying things like, I'm so glad that my person is here. I'm so glad that my person is finally here. My person manifested a lot faster than I thought. Wow, that that well, he or she manifested a lot faster than I even could have imagined. Um, you know, my person is here, my romantic partner is here. I manifested this person with joy and ease that was much more joyful and even more joyful and even easier than I thought. And just those kinds of things said in that way, said in a way that it's already manifested um or that it's definitely manifesting right now. I find probably the most potent is like saying in a way saying saying it like it's already manifested, right? And or in this case, the person that's already manifested into your life, right? And getting really excited about it. Okay. And if you're not genuinely really excited, like saying things like to kind of not really trick your brain, but or for lack of a better word, trick your brain, right? But you're get or hype your brain up rather, saying, woohoo, yeah, woohoo. I'm so glad that I finally found this person. So to get, if you're not already excited, to get you really, really excited, right? And I find that technique for 60 seconds to 2 minutes, repeating affirmations like it's already happened, getting really excited and we're saying, woohoo, yeah, woohoo, you know, that has been working for me really well and manifesting things same day for me, or at least me manifesting movement within one day. Movement mean or driftwood, as we call it, birds before land, driftwood and birds before land. I think those are Neville Goddard concepts. The affirming and not necessarily having to believe right away is also a Neville Goddard concept, because almost every other teacher that I have heard emphasizes, oh, you have to believe it. Repeating it, literally, that's what you're focusing on, right? You're intentionally deciding to focus on that thing, whether you believe it or not. So your mind is focusing on it, whether it believes it right away or not. So I've still gotten results even if I didn't believe it, or if I didn't like fully believe it, or if I didn't, but by just repeating the affirmations as I suggested to say them, and have gotten good results saying them in that way that it's already manifested. So that's the Neville Goddard concept. Or at least has been talked about by people that follow Neville Goddard. That I in turn follow because I really like to learn. I've been learning about this for a while, and I Google it a lot because I always want to get better and better and better, um at manifesting. So yeah. So and in saying that and in talking about that, I talked about affirmations and aligning in that way. Thoughts, emotions, beliefs, thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and yeah, actions, if you want to win the lottery, you got to buy that lottery ticket, or it tends to help, right? um yeah, or at least help whatever it is you're manifesting. I find it tends to help it many times, I should say, it can help your manifestation to come in just that much faster, right? And yeah, I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I want to say about this. Yeah, so yeah, I think I said mostly everything that I wanted to say. Thanks for joining me in another video. I really hope to help. Please share with me your success stories. Um, I'd love to share them on my YouTube channel. I won't necessarily like say your name or anything like that, and I will ask permission beforehand. Do you mind if I share this on my YouTube channel? But either way, I'd love to hear your success stories. On who you manifest in your life and or the driftwood with the person, like that you attracted initially, it starts to become more and more, by your affirmations, like the person you want them to be, you're realizing more and more that this is in fact the person that you want. And even if they haven't proposed yet, it's important to celebrate along the way as well, because that helps get you more excited, that helps raise your vibration in general, right? And helps to align you with your manifestation that much faster. And a lot of times, the movement is a miracle in and of itself, right? Because it's like, not only does the person have this characteristic, but you're like, over time, you're like, the person's having more and more and more character. You realize the person has more and more and more characteristics that you wanted to manifest, right? So again, feel free to send me an email with your success stories, um, of in terms of limiting beliefs, or if you have trouble overcoming certain beliefs, which I don't think I had touched on in this, even though I did touch on it last time. But repeating affirmations that align, again, that has to with, even if you might not believe a certain affirmation at first, you might hold unhelpful beliefs, but you want to choose to believe something different, something that more aligns with your vision, right? um and repeating it. But again, I'm always available for one-to-one calls, if you find that things are taking a little longer to manifest than you would want, or if the you know um if you find you're having more challenges, you know than usual, for some reason, that you find you have like less challenges manifesting one thing and more challenges manifesting another thing. Again, I'm always available for one-to-one calls. But once again, I'd love to hear your success stories, particularly, because obviously their success stories are exciting. And so, um, yeah, of course. But of course, I want to help you in any and every way that I can. I hope this has already helped you a lot. Um, and I hope you learned, something as well. Even though, um, well, I think so, because I was saying that, even though it is a hybrid of different techniques, I've never really heard of that hybrid before, and it's a hybrid of very specific techniques. So, but yeah, again, feel free to reach out and share your success stories, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay. All right. Okay. Later. Okay. Bye.